Hello, my name is Ilona and today is June 20th, 2023 and tomorrow will be the summer solstice, at least here in the Netherlands. Of course, in other areas of the world they'll have the winter solstice or heading towards the winter. But there is a change and of course we're heading towards summer here. So interesting energy, and I wanted to talk about energy. The first thing I want to take a look at was the Schumann resonance, and the Schumann resonance is the electromagnetic field around Earth. It's like the energetic field, so to speak. That's how I view it. I'm not, how to say this, I don't know a lot about the Schumann resonance, but you can find a lot of information about that. There are many people who know a lot of things about it. But I just wanted to take a look. There was some confusion. There were like these pictures of the Schumann resonance with all these geometrical patterns. It looked beautiful to me. I also saw a message from Elena Danan mentioning that this was a malfunction according to her sources. Others see this as a change of energy, that this is really, a lot of things have been taken away. A lot of grids, programs were placed in the grid, in the energetic, around Earth, and placed there to keep us in a very low vibration, and apparently that's been broken now, and we now see the energy which would have been the original energy. I'm not sure, I was just, if that's the case or not, I just wanted to take a look with my cards. What's going on here? To me it feels like the energy is changing, and of course we're going to see that reflected in the Schumann resonance. I believe everything is affected by everything else. It's all connected. And the cards I've got, the first one is the Three of Swords. The central card is the Five of Wands. The card in the past is the Eight of Cups. Underneath we have the Four of Pentacles. And for the future we have the Lover's card and the Ten of Pentacles. So to me this feels like we're heading towards like a completely different energy, different direction, that new world, and we're finally starting to manifest it or starting to see it, or at least experience it. To be very honest, I feel great the last couple of days. Like a change has happened in the energy. I just feel, I don't know, it's very happy energy, sort of bubbly, happy energy. But I do realize by changing energies, and if the grid has changed, it wouldn't surprise me if certain things that were placed there are being taken away. That will lead, of course, to a higher frequency, higher energy, and that will affect us, obviously. And like I've mentioned before, we are now in the period of healing. A lot of things are going to come up, and so we can see that this will lead to old pains that will come up around us, inside of ourselves. And a lot of people, there will be like this fight going on, an inner fight. Maybe outside they're fighting or negative because they don't know how to deal with these things. I do see still quite a large group of people that will be leaving the earth plane. Could be their soul contracts, could be that they want to support from another dimension or another spiritual level, that they want to support this process. Could be that the energy is not right for them yet and they have another path to follow. We of course just don't know, but we see that change is happening. A lot of people, especially with the damage from the stings, are leaving now. I already mentioned, I think, in a video yesterday. But we see a lot of strife, a lot of things happening. And that has to do with all these things that are being triggered inside of ourselves. That's why shadow work is so important. If people do not work with their energies or their consciousness, or see that this is actually processed inside of ourselves, then they will project things outside of themselves, or they will turn inward, become depressed or negative. So we can see that around us. But like I've mentioned, people that have been working already with their energies, they probably feel a lot better, because just like I mentioned, I do feel a lot better. Like there's a change going on. I can't really put my finger to what's going on, but I just feel this change, this energy that has changed. But we can still see around us that this will have an effect on certain people. They can start acting out, and all these old pains need to be healed. That's what we're here for, the Great Awakening. It's about our healing process. And some people will decide to do that, of course, work with that, and some people won't and make the decision to take another path. But it's very important that we protect our energy. Very important that we emphasize grounding, that of course all these energies that come in, that we can work with that and create something else, like this new earth. Of course, Mother Earth is changing her energies. It's all connected. And I do think we are going to see things happening in the Schumann resonance. I don't think it was a malfunction. I do believe that the energy is changing, which is in a way logical. We are changing as humanity. So we're going to see that, of course, also in the Schumann resonance. In other things around the world, we're going to see that change. And it's about connecting with our heart, with our soul, with God, with Source. So we can finally start this new earth, this stable abundance. This is also the card of abundance. Just look at it. It's a very family-oriented card. People coming together, working together from the heart, from this deep connection with each other. And I think that's going to be the emphasis now with this new energy coming in and all these beautiful patterns. And it's really probably the original energy that most of us, especially when you're working with your consciousness, have always felt that it should have been there. I had a long time when I was, of course, in my youth, I was just like, what am I doing here? Why am I here? I felt so disconnected, like there was so much going on. I had no idea what was going on. It felt so alien to me, like all these energies and low energies. Of course, the dark energies have purposely put all these things in place. The energy grid of the earth, they've lowered it. They did all these rituals and things to bring in a lot of dark negative energy, and that's changing now. It's taken away, it's being healed, it's being changed, and that will, I think, connect us, especially the people that have been working with this for quite some time, or maybe you just started working with this, but you will feel like you're finally connecting to the energy that makes sense to you. It's almost like we're finally going to that place that we always wanted to create, that we felt in our heart was possible, and it's now starting to happen. I think it's starting to happen. It starts in the energy first, and then we're going to see it in the outside world. So to me, this feels like a change in energy. I also shared another message on Telegram where they said that some stations, there was nothing to see anymore. They kind of just shut it off, one in Italy if I'm not mistaken. So there's something going on there. This is an interesting time. You can just feel it in everything, that this is a very interesting time. The second thing I wanted to look at is all the military in USA, in Canada, and also, of course, in Europe. We have a lot of military exercises that are going on right now. I believe the NATO is also working, how do you say this, doing some kind of drill. We have Air Defender 2023. I've shared something from Hall Turner radio show that's been updating where all the military is in Canada. They've got clips of people that send it to them. I believe in Idaho, and there is in Los Angeles, and all these places. It's very interesting to see. In Arizona, they've got all these military just going on everywhere, and I just wanted to take a look because you can interpret this, of course, in two ways. I see it as the white hats they're how to say this, getting in position. We're going to see more of it. They're also making people not get so scared when all this military shows up. It's like they're letting people get used to it. But you could also see this as the black hats taking over, and they're placing all the military so they can take over. It's of course how you perceive things and how you see things. But the cards I've got, and this is very interesting, we've got the Tower first, because this is in a way scary. A lot of people have never seen all this military, so they know something's going on. The central card is the King of Cups. In the past we have the Strength card. Underneath the central card we've got the Three of Wands. And there he is again, the King of Wands. So to me, this feels like Whiteheads and Temperance. So this is about healing humanity. I do believe the Whiteheads are behind this, placing people and military in certain, troops in certain positions, making sure that they are where they should be. I shared a message from Storm Rider on my Telegram channel talking about that there's apparently an ultimatum about these aliens, that the dark energies need to bring this out, and they've got all these safe things in place, if something happens. I believe the military is one of them. That's why they're placed. Again, it could also have to do with Mr. T and Mr. B, because I don't think Mr. B is going to last very long either. There can be all kinds of reasons. Of course, what's happening in the Ukraine, the Third World War, they're still trying to focus on that. The media is still trying to create that one. So it probably has to do with the scare event and having these military just in place when things are happening. And it's like getting used to it. So they're already getting people used to this. So to me, it feels like the Whiteheads are doing this just in case things get completely out of hand, like the scare event they're talking about and the 17th letter of the alphabet is talking about, that they will step in, because military is the only way. And it's getting used to people. It still can be very frightening, because of course you see suddenly all this military. It's not something I have witnessed in my life, so it could be very interesting how people react to that. But right now, not much is happening, just that they're placed in all kinds of positions. And to me, this feels like it is about connection. It's about healing humanity, helping humanity, supporting. I think it's about taking away all these puppets and all these people in places still where they are, and showing people. I think they will follow. They're calling it like a soft martial law, but I think they will be following a certain line to make sure that there are no civil wars breaking out, no world war will be breaking out. And it is a kind of watch and just wait and see what's going to happen. We just don't know what's exactly going to happen, how things are going to be put in place. I think there are just a small group of people that know what is actually going on. But this can be, it's going to get very interesting. So to me, this feels like the Whiteheads. And like I've mentioned before, if people interpret it in a different way and see this as black hats, I do want to mention, watch out with what you focus on, because your frequency will decide which timeline you will end up. So if you believe that all the military now placed everywhere, they're the dark hats and they're going to take over and kind of push this digital, currency through, and it will be trapped. I don't see you getting out of that, and that is what you will focus on, and that is of course what you will give energy to. So it's fine if that is what you believe in and that's what resonates. Of course, I don't know if this is going to be, if this is really are the Whiteheads. To me, it feels like the Whiteheads, and I have complete faith this is the case. So that's what I'll be focusing on. But we have to watch out with our frequencies where we put our energy. And if you still look at it in a very negative way, and I understand that some people call me very positive, that's fine with me, even naive. I've mentioned this before, that's fine. I've mentioned it before, I'd rather go down positively naive than completely drained of my energy and giving them away my energy. I don't want that. I want to use my energy, even if it would be for a small period of time, if they are correct and these are the black hats, then I want to take care of it in my way, in how I deal with it. I don't want to give anything away to the dark energies in any way. And by thinking very negatively or thinking that they're going to take over, you are giving away power to them. That's how I view things. I believe in the Whiteheads. I feel they are helping us. They are not going to save us. They're doing their part. We have to do our part. We really have to work with our energies, especially with all these changes in the Schumann resonance, and we'll see it all around us. Changes are happening and it can be very shocking, but we need to work with ourselves. This is the Great Awakening. This is about awakening ourselves, realizing we are children of God, realizing we are spiritual beings in a human experience, and really start to deal with that. We will create this new earth, because it will finally be able to manifest, because we are grounding this energy. By working with our own energies, we are starting to consciously create things and start to use it for ourselves, instead of what all these dark energies have been working with, programming us, using our energy. And I refuse to give them my energy anymore. I will not comply. So that's why, that's the feeling I'm getting, that the white hats really are taking over. And especially with these cards, it's going to be about healing humanity. There's so much we need to heal from, but we need to see it. We need to understand what's really been going on, and we need to understand who we truly are. So that's what I've got for today. Hope to see you in another video. Bye.